Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays a Binding of Isaac AFTERBIRTH Plus, and we had 26 wins in a row. How about that, Bob? Yeah, these guys, they can't buy a loss. That's not really how that works. 10K2OOMZ. With wait what? Alright, let's be real. It's a spicy start. It's a spicy start, my dudes. We have wait what, which is fantastic. But we do also have bad stats. Bad stats, no HP. However, I mean, we got no HP, tiers are bad, damage is merely acceptable. And really, to be comfortable with Dunce Cap, we probably need, you know, like 30% more damage. That's not a number I just, like, you know, I don't have faith in that number. We want more damage than we would normally need to feel comfortable. Because our shots are not landing the same way they otherwise would. So, it's a hot start. I would go so far as to say it's the hottest start we've had in a while. I still do think it's worth taking Mini Mush, mostly for the extra speed right now. However, I would be lying if I said there weren't benefits. And wait what is really like... I've said some things about this item that I wouldn't say I regret necessarily, but, you know, as your situation changes, the way you feel about an item may change as well, you know? Wait, what? For the most part, on an average run, where we already have, like, good stats and maybe a couple of bombs, it doesn't move the needle for me. I'm not that interested. However, on a run like this, where we need just about every little bit of support we can conceivably get, it's a real helper, don't get me wrong. It's a real helper. It helps out a lot. About the massive shuttle falling in the sea. It helps a lot. You know that one? About the garbage pail kids, they never lie. About Transformers, cause they're more than meets the eye. That's Faith No More. That's right, I go hard. I'm not afraid to go hard. Faith No More was some of the best bass playing in the game. Of course, I'm not trying to take anything away from Mike Patton. We kind of have to stay at the cardinal directions here, unfortunately, because of your shots. But Mike Patton, amazing vocalist. We were talking about it on Team Unity yesterday. I'm not like an enormous Mike Patton, you know, Mr. Bungle sort of guy. Faith No More, etc., etc. However, I really, truly do think that the cover of Easy by the Commodores, Easy Like a Sunday Morning, I think that cover is better than the original. And that's not to disrespect the Commodores. And for the most part, I would say, on average, I prefer originals to covers in at least 9 out of 10 situations. I've taken heat over the years for my very draconian stance against covers, especially covers that add nothing to the conversation about a work. Like a cover that's literally... I got 2 covers styles that annoy me the most. One is literally sung in exactly the same style. The only thing that's changed is now it's new. And the other one is taking a song that isn't acoustic and making an acoustic folk version of it, just for the sake of getting that out there. So, you know, I'm not there's transformative covers, you know. Jimi Hendrix All Along the Watchtower, even, like, you know, whether or not you think it's any good, Guns N' Roses Knocking on Heaven Door, hey hey hey, Johnny Cash's Hurt. I absolutely, Hurt is a classic example because due to, you know, Johnny Cash's age and, you know, status as a legend, it took on a serious, just the context surrounding the song even elevated it beyond the original. Not to insult the original. However, for the most part, I'm like, most covers, I'm like, get out of here. The only exception for me, as a rule, which is a weird thing to say, but the only exception for me as a rule is an artist covering their own song, a la T-Pain's Tiny Desk Concert. But most of the time, I'm anti-cover. I'm not afraid who knows it. I think we should go to our shop first. But I think that the easy cover is better than the original. I feel like I keep going over this, but, like, I also like Motown stuff a lot. So I'm not just taking a shot at the Commodores. I think it's truly an exceptional situation that a song like Easy could, in my opinion, have a better version as a cover. Because it is as darn good as its original form as well. But anyway, what am I talking about? I don't know. I was talking about We Care a Lot by Faith No More. Not a very good rock band song, but one I played a lot all the same. Oh my god. So that was amazing. And oh, that hurt though. And we actually can buy Diplopia now. And we definitely want it, because we could get free deals with the devil, and we kind of have a little situation on our hands. Well, we can't even open that, so we don't have to worry about that just yet. We do kind of have a little situation on our hands. We don't want to get rid of Wait What, but we can Diplopia our devil deals to take them without getting devil precedent when our HP is in kind of a spicy spot like it is right now. And then if we get a key, we could always AWAS out of the boss trap room if we're able to open that chest. Alright, I think you're the version of this boss that doesn't summon bombs. Never mind. Oh, your bombs are on fire. So if you could just hit yourself, please. There you go. This is like the perfect boss to face. Just hit one of your own bombs, please. It's not hard. It's very simple. Or you walk into the fire and have the fire not disappear. That would have been pretty sweet too. I could use my own bombs, but I'm worried you're gonna freaking disappear, dude. We will start with the HP. Well, here's the deal, okay? We're gonna take some of these pills. Amnesia. Both annoying. As much as I love Diplopia, we can't afford to get rid of Wait What to make it happen. But there is still a play. The play is getting back to our shop in spite of this curse. And then finding a good position to use Diplopia. I don't think this is good enough. Nun's Habit Wait What is not like... That's not a wombo combo for us. This one is a little bit more tempting. We get a bunch of... Well, we get a couple of keys. Our chests get better. I think we could definitely take a look at that one. And then we got AWAS, and we'll use AWAS to get out of here. And this run is definitely looking up. But Wait What is like, that's our moneymaker right now. We're not deviating from the course on that one. I mean, what do you want me to say? You see this payout here? It's out of control. It's ridiculous. This is brutality. Okay. Can't go a floor without a curse, and stats are still like pretty much down in the dumps, but I would like, can I get some footage to determine whether or not I was actually hit there? I would like to see a slowed down version of this footage at 144 hertz. I feel like I was not hit there, and as a result am owed some recompense. Probably the most Dutch sounding English word. I can't really say that. I don't know any Dutch words. Well, that's not true. I probably do know some Dutch words. I just don't know that they're Dutch, you know, because the English language is like a hodgepodge of every other language that's ever existed. I know Stroopwafel. That's a real one. By the way, I'm a little nervous. We've been taking a lot of hits here. The mushrooms, dude. The mushrooms. Let's not banter. It's a bold decision. Ah, screw it. It's a bold decision to not banter, because there's the meat and potatoes of the series. But I'm also like... Sadly, we need to focus. Again, Wait What? I would never besmirch the good name of Wait What. Damage-wise, It's not like crushing it, but I do appreciate it. I appreciate it for what it's given me. Let's call it what it is. We definitely would love to see, love/need to see, like a big improvement on this floor. Maybe not this floor, but within a couple of floors. The eyeball tiers, I do consider them an upgrade, but they're a dubious upgrade at best for now. Maybe if we can get some like better tier effects on them, who knows? But for now, it's a little spicy. This is just like stay as far away from these enemies as long as possible. And look for secret rooms. The longer you can go... Oh, hello. The longer you can go without actually having the enemies be able to hit you, like not even being in their area of effect, the better off we're gonna be here. This room, usually, I don't want it to ball out of control. Just let me get a bomb in there. I think this is spicy, dude. I mean, when Little Steven is your best damage dealer, along with wait what, you gotta be a little concerned, right? So let's, instead of being apprehensive, let's talk about what we need. Like, what do we need on this run? Or rather, what could fix this run? Really, more damage is always gonna plaster over a lot of problems. Better rate of fire as well. I mean, that's really what I mean when I say more damage. Either one will work. Either stat will work. I think one of the engines we need to use is definitely our shops. You know, money has been pretty easy for us to get. Got to be a little bit precious with the bombs, but simultaneously we're also trying to avoid, you know, like the whole thing collapsing under its own weight right now. Please let me out. Well, it's very tough. I'm just gonna be real with you. It's very tough. This is the run where you want to blow up your slot machine or your donation machine as much as possible. We definitely want champion belt. Then the question becomes, that's pretty sick too, to be honest. But then the question becomes, do you want red candle? And I'm gonna be honest, it's a tough question. I think the answer is almost certainly yes. I just don't know if I'm... Because, like, wait what is not as good as red candle, full stop. And if you disagree with that, I apologize, but... I mean, it does have the added benefit of blowing things up, which is good. But red candle for damage purposes... Hey, can I give you one of the best things about it? It shoots straight ahead. That's a big one. I think we're not going to take it just yet. And we're very blessed to be fighting Gertie. The thing is, if we get a deal with the devil, and the deal with the devil is incredible, maybe we can roll wait what. But even just the way I phrased it, maybe we can roll wait what. If we're doing it as like a concession, maybe that's just a sign that it's not the right move for us to begin with, you know? Yeah, going through this fight now, well, it's a little spiced. I don't see a world in which holding onto anything but red candle makes sense. Now, that's obviously not what we're looking for. That's not too bad. And I gotta see what our HP looks like. I'm a little nervous here. We have red hearts, don't get me wrong, so we have, like, some degree of protection, but... we didn't get hurt as much as I thought we did. That's good news. Okay, so I think we're... I was gonna say I think we're in the clear, but honestly, this room's all jacked up. I'm just gonna... You son of a gun. We can't do that room. We can, but the juice ain't worth the squeeze on that one. Okay, so let's just focus. It's really not, at this point, it shouldn't be too bad of a run. We also have so much money, assuming we can get a key to get into our shop. Like, we've got a pretty good chance to encounter greed, I suppose, but we're not far off from a pretty great position. But it's still hot. This is definitely, it's one of those situations where I was like, I could record something other than Isaac, but I'm having a lot of fun recording Isaac. And then this run pops out of the shadows and was like, you were saying, which I'll admit is not fair, because I am having fun with this run. But the flip side of this is that this run's also having a little bit of fun with me. Here's what I'll say. If we lose this, I will be disappointed in myself. When we lost the streak, you know, the most recent streak, I was disappointed. But I wasn't disappointed in myself. I thought we lost in a very appropriate way. 1 HP and a floor full of tough enemies. Sure, on a great day we could have made it through, but it's not like it was like a throw, you know? But this one, if this one were to become a loss, even though we've got some reason to lose, you know, I think that's doubtless, it would be disappointing because we can do better. This one's definitely capable of winning. So we like this. We do like this. We'll leave, pop it down in a place we can get to, but is annoying. Thank you. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Little spewer. Not sure how I feel about that. Chemical peel. It's something. That felt almost good. It felt like our damage was almost good there. No spirit hearts for sale is the real, I don't want to call it a kiss of death, but it's the real problem there. Really, like, one of the ways that we could glean success out of this run at this point is quite honestly just to get a lot of red hearts. Like, we have Bloody Penny and Mom's key. There's definitely a route for victory that passes through there. And we will cease throwing our HP away for no guaranteed reason. 2 of hearts, unlikely to be required to save us, but you never know. There may be a time, however unlikely, where this proves relevant. So we gotta stay in pretty tight here. It's not horrible, but it does make you think. Hey! Okay, I've hurt myself on that one. This is not as good of a spewer. Our spewer is way worse. We could go back and take that paralysis pill to get a better spewer, but come on, come on. Let's go. I'm begging you. I'm begging you. All these red hearts, dude. Kind of missed on the lineup there. Really? The fires. just thinking. You know, just thinking. Just studying it. You know how dogs is and all that. I'm like, I can't even aim Little Spewer anymore. It aims like, it aims like conjoined. Jeez Louise, dude, I don't know. Okay, we're now in easy money territory. Thanks for Holy Grail. I dare not take experimental treatment. Congratulations, game. You've convinced me. You've convinced me not to take risks. Experimental treatment could help us. Could kill us. Well, could contribute to our death. So what is my new and improved game plan? We use our ability to fly to hang out over top of rocks. While we are over top of rocks, we cannot be hit. However, we have a distinct advantage because Red Candle can hit. So, basically, we just do that. And really, I mean, we're on depths 1, right? Okay, thank God. You're not going to hear me say this much. Thank God it's a slow run. So we still have a few more floors to, like, ply our trade. Because if I were, like, auditing this run, I would just have to tell you, it looks pretty bad. That does help, but we're still, like, not really hitting enemies with our tiers all that much. But it is a help, don't get me wrong. But we really desperately, like, tinted rocks. We desperately need more HP. It can come in the form of, look, if we had 9 spirit hearts right now, I wouldn't be sweating this at all. I would be like, this run's a dream come true. But we don't have 9 spirit hearts. We got half a spirit heart and 2 red hearts. So the standards change quite a lot. Stop moving! Hit the fire! Thank you. It's actually a fairly nice version of that fight, honestly. We got pretty lucky. And Marrow is a really resilient HP upgrade that I'm quite happy to have. But I'm laughing nervously, which should let you know that I am definitely still on edge. This will be one of those runs we don't seek to kind of like overcome, we just seek to survive. Also, I feel like I've had the Curse of Darkness on every single floor here. But with 3 HP, one of which is a Bone Heart, I got tempted to start bantering. I'm just being honest, and you might love that, you might hate that, but it's the honest to goodness truth. I felt tempted to start bantering there, because I'm like, you know what, we all of a sudden hold the front door. Look who's back, it's me. It's me. I still think we're better off with Bloody Penny. I think Bloody Penny, with this current setup, is the way we go. But definitely a little hot, but a floor that turned out pretty well for us. So let's get the heck out of here. We got to maintain focus. And after this, I'm recording a Northernlion Tries. You never lose a Northernlion Tries. Well, except for death and taxes. And that's a joke for the NL superfans. But everything else, you know, as long as the audience is entertained, you win. So we've been racking up a lot of L's lately. I'm joking. Empress? Yeah, that's actually a really nice enabler for us. We get a decent amount of money that we no longer really need, although we will want it with Bloody Penny in a situation like this one. Because the Bone Heart is, like, so precious. Like, yeah, that belongs to me. And it was also a luck upgrade, so I'm happy to get it. But now, every extra penny can go to Bumbo. Because, you know, we got 1 shop remaining. Who cares? We're going to have enough to buy whatever we want. Bumbo? The world is yours! You know what? I mean, depending on what you get out of this, there's a... I think we gotta let it ride, for sure. But Bumbo could screw us up a little. Okay, you can take the money there. You can also take this money. And you can take this money. But this belongs to me. I'll go 1 more. I should have picked it up. I shouldn't have let him pick that one up. We still benefit from him picking it up. It just, you know, might manifest more slowly. Don't lose that Bone Heart, brother. That's it. It will be demoralizing. It won't kill you. But the fear will destroy you. Come on, little Steven. He's done it. Okay, I'll admit, that time I got a little greedy, Bumbo. That's my apologies. Oh my god, it's Tech X! I don't know how much... We should have just let Bumbo have the dime at least. I'm getting overprotective. Oh, okay, so I was gonna say I don't know how much it's gonna help us. It's helping a ton. It's helping the weight of a spoonful in a Flaming Lips song. I think you just give me a bunch of money here, which is actually, like, amazing. So, Bumbo, don't stop till you're numb. Sorry, what movie is that from? Let me help you. Don't stop till you're numb. You're like, I don't know, but I think it stars Jack Nicholson. You are correct. It does star Jack Nicholson. It's called the Freaking Departed. Yeah, hey, oh, treat feds like freaking mushrooms. Feed them crap and keep them in the dark. Anyway, so we're like... I still want these now. We're not like super guaranteed to win. But we're much, much, much better off. I would say, like, we probably took our chances from, like, 80%, which seems optimistic, but I think is fairly realistic considering, you know, we're talking about advanced level players here. Me. And probably many of you as well. But 80% is not where you want to be when you leave the depths, for sure. And I think we're probably looking at, like, you know, 95 right now. HP is still... not quite an emergency, but... okay, I mean, that'll help. That'll help for certain. Okay. Alright. You can say what you want about this one, but I really feel like we earned it. We didn't put ourselves in this position. We've been dealing with a bit of a spicy run from the very beginning. And I gotta say... once you get out of the spice and you're, you know, things are relatively safe, it's like eating spicy food. That's why the metaphor is so good. Now that we're out of the spice, I'm like, oh, that was good. I can't wait to have it again. You know? Oh, let me tell you. The city, I mean, so I used to live in Kingston, Ontario. I always say that I grew up there, but really I didn't. I grew up in a town of, like, you know, less than 1,000 people. Outside of Kingston, but if you say the name of that town to people that are not from the area, they go, I don't know where that is. And then you go, it's near Kingston. And they go, oh, Kingston, huh? It's the same way where in British Columbia, people ask where I'm from, and I say Kingston, and they go, I don't know where that is. And I just go, it's near Ottawa? And they go, Ottawa? I know it's the capital, but I don't really know where it is. And I go, it's kind of close to Toronto. And they go, all right, for the rest of my life, I'm going to say this guy's from Toronto. It's too real. But, you know, when I was in university, once a week, I'd go out for dinner with my parents. And it was nice, you know. Moreover... for some reason, my hometown, despite being, like, very, very white demographically, has some of the most, like, food, the restaurants in the city are good, but, like, food outside of, like, Canadian and European cuisine is maybe a little bit hit or miss, but the Thai and Cambodian food in the city is just, like, unbelievable. I always used to get, this dish called golden chicken, which I don't even know. I think it's like a specialty of that guy's restaurants. I've never been able to find a dish that replicates it. If you've been through Kingston and you've eaten at Cambodiana or Phnom Penh or Cambodian Village or the Royal Angkor or Pat's restaurant, I know that last one sounds a little aberrant, but or I think there's a place called Thai Basil now, but if you've ever had the golden chicken, you know what I'm talking about. There's something like it's definitely got like peanuts in it, but it's spicy, it's delicious, it's made with the dark meat chicken. Oh. What's my point? Really, my point is just I miss it. I saw an opportunity to talk about food and I took it, okay? I did. I gotta say, if I have one complaint about Western food, and I gotta be honest, if you put a gun to my head and said, you know, Western food or non-Western food every meal for the rest of your life, it would be a tough decision. I respect the non-Western food. We eat a lot of it, more than 50%, I would say. But deep in my genes, there's a hunger for potatoes at all times. I see Kate. She's filling up her water at the fridge and she's laughing because she knows it's true. Like there are times when I'm like really biologically or at least psychologically, I think sometimes my brain would prefer to eat a bad potato than to eat like a good non-potato. Like what tastes better? A banana or cold McDonald's French fries that have been sitting out for like 3 hours? It's a banana. I'm sorry to tell you, if you don't think it's a banana and you're not allergic, you're wrong. You're wrong. The banana tastes better. It's sweet, it's potent. Which one am I gonna eat if you gave me the choice? I'm taking the fries 10 out of 10 times. What's wrong with me? There's just so I gotta tell you, sometimes people they treat me very rudely. They assume I live in some kind of like plastic bubble. I lived in Asia, okay? I've had a lot of non-Western food, and I like a lot of it. You know, when I originally began this discussion, because I was gonna say Western food has got to get their soup game on the Korean level. I've been eating so many Korean soups lately. Yukgaejang, gamjatang, like. I mean, not all the Korean soups, like, miyeokguk is not really one of my favorites, and, you know, that's a seaweed soup. Or, like, seollantang I don't really like, galbitang I like, or samgaetang is delicious as well. But we really gotta up our soup game. You know, I know we don't really consider soup a meal most of the time. That's because our soups are, thin and, not always, but oftentimes thin and watery and, you know, just like one ingredient, which can be delicious, you know, a delicious broccoli soup or tomato soup for sure. But on the other hand, like I was eating this gamjatang. If you don't know what gamjatang is, it's they call it gamjatang is basically Korean for like potato soup, but it's a huge misnomer. By the way, we just got Godhead. Maybe we'll flex. Maybe we'll flex on this one and fight Mega Satan. But it's not really like defined by its potatoes. It has potatoes in it, large stalks of green onions, cabbage, and then the meat of the dish is like pork back, which sounds weird, but I promise you it just tastes like pork. And you got like these huge hunks of meat in your soup that are still attached to the bone. So you like grab the bone, you pick apart like the spiced meat. You put your spoon in. Next time you get a little bit of like spicy, brothy potato. Like it's fantastic. I think we need a soup reinvention. We don't need to. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. I love a lot of European soups. I mean, and North American soups, Western soups, whatever the heck you want to call them, because like, you know, a lot of North American cuisine is originally derived from like a European analog. If not, like a lot of it is like, you know, basically stole European. Well, I guess we didn't steal. You guys did colonize the continent. I was gonna say us, but I guess that's not effectively true in my case. It's kind of a little, you know, it's not my cross to bear, I suppose. Bumbo, you don't get these coins, okay? But I think we gotta work on our soup game. We gotta make more meal soups. I think we've done a pretty good job with salads. I think in North America, we've recognized that a salad can be a meal. You know, all you gotta do is make it 1,200 calories. It's not that hard. And then instead of eating it on a plate, you eat it out of a big fried tortilla. I'm not hating. It's delicious. But soups are still, I wouldn't say lagging behind. But all I'm gonna say is there are parts of the world that are beating us in the soup game Dead to rights. I love a minestrone. I love an Italian wedding soup. I love a vegetable soup, beef barley. I love a chili, which is more of a stew. But, like, we're not even in the running with some of these other cuisines. It's embarrassing. I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm just trying to string it out as long as possible, I suppose. Anyway, I'm just thinking about what I'm gonna have for dinner tonight. Because we got a choice, right? We got our meal prep stuff that we can cook, but also when Kate's parents came here, oh my god, they dropped off gamjatang, which we cooked, but we got a bunch of leftovers. Oh, they dropped off some samgyeopsal, which is just like a Korean barbecue. It's basically like bacon. You could think of it like bacon. They dropped off some bulgogi. They dropped off, and then there's some Korean foods, I'll admit, that are not for me. They dropped off something called sikye, which is a like fermented rice juice, and I was like, you know, when that bottle cracks, it's not alcoholic, I should say, just because it's fermented. It's not alcohol, well, or at least it's not like it's not so alcoholic as to be an alcoholic beverage. Let's put it that way. It might have trace amounts just due to the fermentation. Like, and that's a real question. Like, kimchi's fermented. Is kimchi alcoholic? On a literal sense. I'm not going to ask, is it going to get you drunk? Because that's just stupid. But does kimchi have, like, trace elements of ethanol in it from the fermentation process? Guess I never really thought about it. Are all fermented foods alcoholic in some way? You know what? This is where you bust out the Google Assistant. Are all fermented foods alcoholic? Are all fermented foods alcoholic? Nope. There you go. Look, I'll admit it's been a while since I was in organic chemistry. I don't think fermentation always produces alcohol. You might be able to ferment in a way that produces a different waste product, like an acid, maybe? No, thank you. It's been, look, that's the class that nobody was having a good time in. I was just happy to survive that one, much in the same way I'm happy just to survive this run. Get me out of here. I gotta play some House Flipper, dude. I'm ready. Also, you might be asking, is Tomo still in his little cat condo? Yes, he is. I mean, I gotta tell you, this cat tower. I know I've been saying I gotta tell you a lot. It's kind of my go-to filler phase right now, or filler phrase, I should say. So it's multi-level. It's got 3 tiers. Well, it's got 4 tiers if you count the base, which I guess you can sit down there. Tier 1, little closed-in cuboid box, little cat condominium. You can go for some privacy. But next to that, there's a soft little pad. Maybe you don't want to be closed in, but you still want to have your own personal space. You can rest on that soft pad, but still get some fresh air instead of being enclosed. Then on top of the cat condo, there's a weird little like circular scratching pad with like a pseudo Velcro on it. So they can go, you know, tuck, 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 tuck. And then if they really want to be high up, there's the penthouse. The penthouse has, and there's a lot of benefits up there. It's got a nice little soft cushion you could rest on, and it's also got a little string hanging off the side of it you can play with. It's really got everything you could possibly want. Hey, for now, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. I'm going to assume you did. You watched all 39 minutes and 14 seconds. Don't forget, that was a spicy one. So if you enjoyed it, click the like button. It's the best way to support me as a content creator and send a message to YouTube. Hey, this guy's content is fun. Show it to more people. Apart from that, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you next time. See ya!